Boom, what's going on, y'all? It's AllStar Izzy in the building. Young bitch tiger seeking our fame to this world with no hesitation and forward thinking only. Shining with an it factor, had the top of the mountain just to get to another top. Let's go ahead and get directly into this video because as you see for the title, like I said, is that Kendrick Lamar proves that villains always win. No matter if it's in the beginning, the middle, or the end, but the villains always win. Now, Isaac, what do you mean? Kendrick Lamar's a villain? Are you saying he's the bad guy in the situation? Yes. But here's what I mean by that, because if you've seen other previous videos, and if you're new here, what's up with you? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the AllStar community. But this is what I talk about often. I always talk about how being an asshole, being a good guy, being a guy that does things for yourself is the good thing to do for you. Now, what I mean by villain is because if you notice, even throughout this whole thing, even though if he was provoked first, I'm not sure how far the beef went. I didn't really do my research on that part. But for when I say this, I mean, he was talking grand shit about Drake around this whole time. He was saying what he needed to say. He's still in his business. He's still in his square. He went low, even though Drake went low, but he went lower than low. But the thing is that when I say the villain, I mean the way he carried himself. He often talks about, he has a song where he was talking about he chooses himself. The main thing that I got from this whole thing was that anyone who chooses themselves always win. Even though he shouts out his city, even though he shouts out the people that was around him who inspired him, the main source really came from himself, okay? And most people could see that Drake could be the villain or whatever the case is, or Kendrick is a hero because he's for the people, he's for this. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm talking about the person who chooses themselves is always going to be the person who ends up winning, because he ended up saying, I'm choosing me over anybody else, and look what came. Look what the repercussions. There was many lyrics to what Kendrick was talking about and said, it's me and then it's you. And it's always going to be like that. He even spoke like that about the community because remember, in order to be the best and provide the best for the people that surround you, you must do for yourself. Like he said, I'm not your savior. I choose me. I'm sorry. This person's not your savior. This person is not your savior. He's saying, I don't want to be a savior. I'm not going to be a savior, but this is the message that I need to put out there. He was stepping 10 toes on motherfuckers' necks during out this beef, what he was knowing he was saying. And look what rewarded him. The gifts and the Grammys and the shit that he got, all because he chose himself. And again, if you go after the person that could seem like the hero but end up being a villain, you don't even see the fact that what he did was a very selfish thing, but not in a bad way. It's just that he said, man, fuck this shit. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. If this is choose violence, I'm gonna choose the violence. But here's the thing though, even with the duality with that, as he chose that, it had empowerment from other people, because what a lot of people were inspired by was the fact that you should always choose violence, you know, quotation marks, but the whole meaning of that is that I should choose me and I should go against anybody who tries to go after me. Anybody who tries to step up to me, I should stand 10 toes on my shit. I should talk shit back. I should do something about it, because most people, they stand to the side, they let people walk over them, or they're passive aggressive towards these things. And what Kendrick Lamar did was not only teach that the villain always wins, but he also taught people how to stand up for yourself. Whether that's younger people that's going up, maybe that's older people that's looking at it, it's like, okay, I can see what Kendrick Lamar is doing. It's being an example. And that's another thing I wanted to point out for y'all, is that if you can see how Kendrick Lamar handled the situation, how he was strategic, or how he was just coming, or how he was boasting his chest up, that is the way you should also carry that. Because again, on this side of the channel, we always talk about free thinking, and we always talking about getting after what we want and standing 10 toes on what is going to happen in our world, and to choose us in this favor. Because imagine if he didn't choose himself, this wouldn't have gotten to the place where it needs to be. He had to choose him in order to choose the best, and only the best came out of it. The music that came out of it, the message that flowed within that, the strategic ways, the ways for me to think about this. I'm tunnel visioning in the direction that I want, and I'm gonna get that, and I got it. And guess what? There's more that came out of my favor. So now it's a whole bunch of people that's looking at it, because you can say, oh, he got an award, this song go crazy. Not like us is stupid. That's all it is. But the whole thing about it was really teaching the lesson for a lot of people, is that you should still go out there and do what the fuck you want to do. And say fuck anyone who says fuck you. It's about dropping your cojones. And that's one of the biggest things Kendrick Lamar is doing. But he couldn't have done that if he didn't choose himself. Let me know what y'all think below. It's AllStar Izzy, baby.